Grand Rising from the Utah Salt Flats. We spent the night last night at a rest stop right along an access point for the Bonneville Salt Flats. We watched sunrise, drank coffee, let the dogs play, and did some yoga. I actually did a whole morning vlog here just because it was so beautiful and I felt like it needed a moment of its own. That one is right before this one if you're curious. There's nothing I love more than a slow morning, and this slow morning was super unique. And after a deliciously slow morning, we left the Salt Flats and headed towards the border of Utah and Nevada. Today, Jesse's in charge of our stops. He has a couple of places that he has picked out on the map, and when we got to the very first one, I made myself some breakfast because I forgot to make myself breakfast. This beautiful little memorial and this really cute trail along this road with a really tall man that welcomes you into Nevada. Changing time zones is fun because I just got part of my morning back again. So there's this mobile home park called Oasis Mobile Home, and apparently it's just an abandoned mobile home park, and there's some really cool vintage barns and buildings out here, but then the rest are just like dilapidated townhomes. This is just something that he wanted to see, so we're kind of driving through right now. I don't know if we're gonna stop. We could just be like looking, but there's like these gigantic satellites. It's interesting. Oh, he wants me to come up next to him. He wants me to come up next to him. Hello. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like some people maybe live here still. Or maybe at the front house.
See how green their grass was?
Yeah.
Side shoots
Yeah.
have like the electrical hookups for 8 to 10 spots.
Right, and then there's like big satellites that are left behind.
They fully planned on building this out and making it like a community, and it just never got built.
Right. Do you have to go potty? Do you have to go potty? I think she has to go potty. I'm gonna let her out. Cat. Okay, Andy, I'll let you go potty. So we stopped at a Love's for a little bit so that we could finish up some work. I did some editing. I even posted and scheduled a video. And we were gonna go on a hike that was right around the area, but it is so windy over here. We were like, we do not want to do that. We took the dogs to the dog park and literally there was just so much wind, even going to the restroom, extremely windy. So we're gonna be heading north into Idaho. So we hit 2 states today. We woke up at the Bonneville Salt Flats. We drove into Nevada. We saw like 2 little sites, literally nothing crazy. We were gonna go on a hike, but that's not happening. And so now we are headed north into Idaho, and we found this place to camp on some dispersed BLM camping land. So I'm hoping it's going to work out. No idea if camp is going to work out. Hopefully there's not a lot of people there, and hopefully we get a really pretty spot. It looks like you can camp literally right on the riverbed, which would be so cool. It says we have about an hour and 11 minutes to get there, and I hope this is a place that we can call home for maybe the next day or so, because we've been kind of moving pretty fast, and I would love to just slow it down, spend a day where we wake up and fall asleep in the same spot and not move. That would be really cool. So let's pray that this is that spot. So it is a bit windy out here, but we got a really cool campsite on a lake bed. And honestly, it's not even like super cold wind, it's just windy wind. So I hope it dies down, but. So this campsite has two different shores and it seemed like a rounded corner. And we really wanted to see what was around that rounded corner. Plus this side looked way more challenging and the other one was a lot more like a beach. So that one will definitely be for a nice stroll. Why does it sound like this? We were hoping being tucked in between these canyon walls would protect us a little bit more from the wind, but currently there are a bunch of storms covering the west coast. And so no matter where we tried to escape to, this next week was going to be wet and windy. And so I desperately wanted to find a campsite that had a pretty nice view and was pretty secluded to weather the storm. Around the corner from camp, with a little bit of rock scrambling, this view is absolutely impeccable. The dogs had so much fun rock climbing and the wind just kept picking up and it wasn't really enjoyable to be outside. So after a little bit of exploring, I headed back to camp and I started cooking dinner because there's nothing like a delicious meal to get you cozied in and settled into camp. And tonight we're making my specialty burger tacos. If you've been around on the channel, you know that these happen a lot, but this time they're turkey burger tacos. So a little bit different, and I added some lettuce this time, which I don't add to my normal burger tacos. Today, I literally spent the whole day in the van because it was raining, it was windy, and right now it's just windy. It's not rainy, but as you could tell, there's still really dark skies all around. And I just took today as a reset day, got a bunch of editing done, relaxed. I slept in literally until like 11 or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and we just had a nice reset day. Because we haven't spent any time outside, I wanted to come outside for a little bit and just enjoy this beautiful place. I've been hearing birds all day long. But yeah, so the rain finally just let up because it has literally been sprinkling all day. And I have not gotten out of the van. I just opened the door, let Indy go potty, and then she'd come right back in the van because she's cold too. Last night, there was a ton of tents scattered along right here. And by this morning, when I woke up at 8:30 to use the restroom, pretty much all the tents were gone. And it's just us and then one other van that's parked up at the campsites, or a campsite where the outhouse is. I haven't decided if I'm gonna stay here again all day tomorrow and wait out the storm, or if I'm gonna cruise up to Twin Falls with Jesse, because we are in Idaho now, by the way, if you didn't know. Whatever it is, it's coming in hot. Well, nice dinner walk. I'll text you. See you later. Indy, come on, let's go. Come on, Indy. I don't want whatever that is coming in hot.
Atlas, come here.
Okay, ready, Indy?
Atlas, Funky or
Get in there, girl.
Atlas?
Goodbye.
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 Thanks for the kiss. Oh man. Okay. Whatever that is crazy. Unfortunately, the other side never got explored, and the next morning I do choose to move forward. The day is beautiful, but it is windy, and I definitely could have spent a few more days here. But the weather is better up north, and I'm in the mood to chase the sunshine. So maybe one day I'll come back to this beautiful spot and take a dip in this beautiful water. But that's a journey for another time.